We're here to talk about Florida's film, television, and digital media industry, something that has been a positive and powerful driver in Florida's economy, but we are in a war for our survival. We went in the past from being the #3 state before there were any incentives. There was California, New York, and Florida. We went from being the #3 state in production, had a lot of work here, to being out of the top 10.
People want to film in Florida. They'll say, hey, I've got a project, I need a coastline, I need this, and it sounds like Florida. And I have to say, I'm very sorry to tell you that currently the incentives are exhausted.
So in the last year in the Orlando region, the total permitted production days declined 61%.
20-something years ago in this industry, when you looked about and tried to figure out where a film would be made, it was location, location, location. Today, it's incentives, incentives, incentives.
If you don't have an incentive, you are not even on the map. Our CFO told us we're not even allowed to look at jurisdictions that don't have an incentive. He considers that we are being fiscally irresponsible.
This year in Florida, we will spend $87 million. We think that is a big investment because it's employing 800 Floridians. Those are folks in this audience. Those are your neighbors.
At least if it's network, that's $66 million every year for one television series that stays here.
We drop money fast. We don't pollute, we're not strip mining, and we pay for our own pension, health, and welfare.
I can't tell you how critically important it is, not just for EA, but if you look through the list of other digital media companies, and then you hear my colleagues here from the film and the television and commercial space tell you about the people who are dependent, their lives, their families, their homes, on the jobs that our industries create.
The average annual salary of the film and television industry, $65,398 a year. For those of you who think that this is a transient or temporary part-time industry, I don't know how many part-timers are making $65K a year, but I'd like to kind of chat with them.
40% of our students come from outside of the state. They move here. They come to graduate school in Florida, and they want to stay here.
If we don't have jobs for them when they graduate, we are literally educating Louisiana and Georgia and North Carolina's workforce.
It isn't a business with red or blue colors on it. It's not a business about R or D. It's a business about J for jobs.
The message has to be delivered to Tallahassee.